So forget certifications alone. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 skills that are going to get you the highest paying jobs in cybersecurity in 2025. My name's AJ. I've been in cybersecurity for the last 9 years. And on this channel, we teach all things cybersecurity for beginners. So let's get into it. So first up then, you want to learn about security operations. So the jobs within a security operations center, when you're starting out, the best ones to go for are that of a cybersecurity analyst. It's currently where I work as a senior cybersecurity analyst. I have specialized, which I will show you further. But security operations is a growing area, and a lot more companies are building either their own security operations centers or they're hiring other managed service companies to actually do the security operations for them, which is where your opportunity can come in to actually work for them. So what kind of things do you want to understand? So the first one, SIEM, so that stands for Security Information Event Management Tool. Nearly every cybersecurity analyst will be using one of these tools. The most popular ones these days are Splunk and also Microsoft Sentinel and also Elastic SIEM. So a SIEM, imagine a network, all the devices that sit on a network send their logs to the SIEM. The SIEM has a set of rules. Those rules then will look for malicious activity in the logs. If it detects that malicious activity, it'll generate an alert. That alert gets sent to you as the analyst. So you want to get familiar with SIEM, setting up your own SIEM at home, have a go at setting up Elastic. I've actually got a video on this channel that shows you how to set up Elastic SIEM, for example. So then log analysis. So like I mentioned, all of the logs get ingested into the back end of a SIEM. So you want to understand how to analyze logs from different platforms. So analyst tools then, so SIEM being the major one that you want to focus on, but then you're going to have your endpoint detection systems, your network intrusion detection systems, and even cloud instant response. So you want to understand tools like CrowdStrike, for example, have a great EDR, network intrusion detection systems, things like Suricata, and then Cloud IR we'll get into further in this video as well. Customer service, so this is a skill that all cybersecurity analysts need when they're in a security operations center, especially starting out. If you're working for one of these managed service companies, for example, you're going to be dealing with a lot of customers. The main thing you want to be focusing on here is being able to detail complex technical issues in a simplified way. This is what customers want. Attack types and defense techniques. You want to understand the different attack types that are out there and defense techniques. So a great place to look at this is the MITRE ATT&CK framework. So you want to understand what are the most common attacks and how to actually defend against those. What this MITRE ATT&CK framework looks like is this. It details each step that an attacker will take. Then within that step, then it's going to show the actual technique. It's going to give you information about the technique. You want to start to understand some real world examples where it's been used, and most importantly, how to mitigate and detect it. So AI and AI agents is becoming hugely popular. You want to be looking into workflow automation tools like Torque and Tines, and you want to start to understand how AI is going to be used in security operations centers. Then finally, you want to start to understand threat intelligence and threat hunting. Threat intelligence is just using open source information to understand the latest attacker techniques. Then threat hunting is using that intelligence to search across a customer's network to understand if those latest attacker techniques have actually been used within the network that could indicate current compromise of that company. So get learning security operations if you want to become a cybersecurity analyst. Second skill you want to learn is instant response. So like I mentioned, I'm a senior cybersecurity analyst, but I've specialized more into instant response. The SANS instant response plan is actually being used by most companies out there. It's the one I use every single day. So each phase here in the instant response plan is going to tell you what you need to do in that phase of the incident. So you want to understand each step here, but then within each step, you also want to start to understand what actions you need to take. For example, in the identification phase, in the containment phase, when an active cybersecurity breach or incident is ongoing. And all you need to do is Google the SANS instant response plan, review each step, and try to figure out how it relates to a specific scenario in the MITRE ATT&CK framework, for example. Like I showed you, active scanning, you want to be thinking, how could I actually perform identification, for example, of active scanning, or how can I perform containment for active scanning? These are the kind of things that you want to start to think of, and this is how you want to train your mind into thinking, how can I actually detect malicious activity and actually prevent it, and ultimately respond to it as quickly as possible. The third skill that you want to look into is actually network security. So you could be a network security engineer. You could also be a cybersecurity analyst, because you still need to understand network security, but you want to be understanding networks, general networking. You want to understand the basics of networking, maybe even looking into then certain devices that sit on a network that can aid companies in actually detecting malicious activity. So things such as firewalls, intrusion detection and prevention systems, for example, maybe setting up VPNs and secure remote access. This is something that is highly needed by a lot of companies when they've got especially employees working remotely, for example, or even if they're not working remotely, they still want to keep their data secure. Network segmentation, so actually splitting up a network to ensure that each piece of the network is separated so that people from one section of the network can't access resources on the other section of the network. Then you can look into advanced routing and switching. Of course, wireless network security as well. Nearly every network is using wireless these days. So if you can start to understand how to actually create a wireless network securely, these are the kind of things that companies are looking for. And finally then, continuous network monitoring and threat hunting again. So continuous monitoring means how you can continuously monitor that network for potential threats, and then threat hunting then being reviewing the latest attacker techniques via threat intelligence and looking across a customer's network to understand if those techniques could have been used within the network that could indicate that there is an attacker in the network. So the fourth skill that we recommend learning about then is actually cloud security. And it's clear these days that most networks and applications are moving to the cloud, and most companies are as well. So you want to understand how to actually secure these cloud infrastructures and applications. So recommendation, become an expert in one cloud platform. The most popular are Amazon's AWS, Microsoft's Azure, and then Google's cloud platform. So pick one of these. They've all got introductory courses. Many of them have got their own free courses that you can get from the vendor themselves. Start to learn the fundamentals of one platform. Don't try and learn them all. You're better off becoming an expert in one area. Ultimately, if you want to become a cloud security engineer, you're going to want to understand how to actually secure that. So you can start to go through some of the training, which is going to teach you the fundamentals, but you're also going to be wanting to set up your own cloud infrastructure at home. For example, you can set up AWS infrastructure using their free tier. I've actually got a video on this channel as well that shows you how to do this. You also want to understand other cloud solutions, so it's not just cloud infrastructure, but cloud authentication platforms. Okta being one of the major ones. Understand how to secure this, how this is actually used for authentication by companies. But there's many cloud applications out there. You want to understand some of the major cloud applications and how customers are actually interacting with them and how you can actually secure them. Ultimately, what we're trying to get here then as a cloud security engineer is to understand how attackers are actually attacking the cloud and how to defend against these attacks. And again, we can go back to the MITRE. They've got a cloud matrix like you can see here. Each step, so this is each step that an attacker will take when they're trying to compromise a cloud application or cloud infrastructure. You can start to understand then some of the techniques that the attacker will attempt to actually succeed in the initial access, for example, or the execution phase or the persistence phase. So I can show you what this looks like. So this is the cloud matrix. You start to understand some of these. You're not expected to know every single one of these, but when you go into an interview, you might be asked, for example, can you give me a persistence mechanism on a AWS cloud platform that an attacker could use? You could come in here. You'd need to get more specific with the application themselves, but these are usually relate to all the applications. So you could say, for example, they could create an account. It's something that attackers don't do as much, but it's something they can definitely do. And you can start to understand the technique, start to understand some real world examples. So this is important. You can start to read through some real world examples where these attacks have actually been, where this technique has taken place. But most importantly, detection and mitigation. So you definitely want to be using this because this is going to help you understand how attackers are attacking the cloud and how to defend against it. Final skill that could be used to secure a high-paying job in 2025 in cybersecurity is actually GRC, and you might see jobs such as GRC analyst. These are usually more related to compliance and kind of auditing and relating to more of the information security side. And you want to be looking into frameworks like NIST, ISO. You want to start to understand these different frameworks, even SOC 2, because companies are trying to actually get these certifications and get accredited to prove that they can actually secure people's information. You're going to be required to perform risk assessments and things like that. So this is not an area that I have much experience with, but it is a skill that I get a lot of people asking me about. And when I look at the job market, there are jobs available for GRC analysts. So I definitely see this as a skill that if you can pick up this as a skill and the knowledge of GRC, then you could secure a great job in 2025. If you're looking to try and get into cybersecurity, then this is a pathway that I recommend for most people. So you need to get your IT networking fundamentals. A great place for this is the Course Careers IT Fundamentals Certificate. They're actually helping people secure IT support roles. They give you the basics in IT and networking and then help you find an IT support job, which is a great experience to get into cybersecurity. Then learning cybersecurity fundamentals, great certifications, a CompTIA Security Plus, and of course the hands-on labs as well. Then when you're here, you want to actually pick a job. So we've mentioned cloud security, we've mentioned security operations analyst, for example, we mentioned GRC analyst. Well, the best job to start in is actually that of a cybersecurity analyst because you get exposed to so many areas. So this is recommend focusing on one job. So you're not trying to learn every single skill. You hone your skills, and then once you've secured that job, you can look to specialize. So this is where you'll be learning the skills of a cybersecurity analyst. So everything that we mentioned in the security operations side, learn all of those skills. Then you want to get your home projects. So the home projects need to relate to each one of these areas. Like I mentioned, setting up your own SIEM at home, setting up your own cloud infrastructure, for example. These are the projects that our students are seeing success with, allowing them to actually apply for those jobs, asking for 1 to 3 years worth of experience. So these home projects are really important. Then you want to be setting up your resume and your CV using a skills-based resume because it allows your skills to stand out even when your experience lacks. So then you consistently applying. You're going to have to apply for 500 to 1,000 jobs. You've got to be consistent with applying for jobs. Don't give up. Once you become a cybersecurity analyst, then you can then look to specialize further, maybe into cloud security, even GRC. Sometimes it's better to go in as a security operations center analyst and then specialize in GRC or in cloud security, for example. So if you're looking for more of a tailored pathway so we can get more specific in where you currently are, we actually have this free cybersecurity community, and by accessing this community, there's a link down in the description. It's absolutely free. You get access to a free career pathway call. So if there's availability, you'll be able to book in a call with one of the cybersecurity specialists, and we'll jump on a call with you and define this pathway for you. Also, you get access to our community, so you can speak to others, you can speak to us. We've got combined 30 plus years worth of experience in cybersecurity. You also get access to these classrooms. So there's 2 courses, whether you have IT experience or if you have IT experience or you don't, this will define different steps on how to get your first role in cybersecurity. So come in here, have a look at this, and come and get your pathway calls booked in and come and join us. And by accessing this community, you actually get 15% off any CompTIA resource as well. So like I said, we look forward to seeing you in this community. It's absolutely free. Go down to the link in the description and join up. Come and speak with me in there. So now to conclude then, you understand the top 5 skills required to get the highest paying roles in cybersecurity in 2025. You've got learning about security operations, learning about incident response, learning about cloud security, learning about network security, and learning about GRC. And I've also given you a pathway to becoming a cybersecurity analyst as well. So it's all on you now. All you need to do is start learning a lot of these skills and start formatting your resume, getting those projects under your belt, and start applying for those jobs, because you're only going to be able to get that job if you actually take action. So I want to say thank you for watching. If you want to see what I do day to day as a cybersecurity analyst, you can go and watch this video next. So I'll see you over there, and thank you for watching.